Hi guys, we're back, day 20, Body, Mind, Spirit Challenge. My name is Jim Standish and I am one of your co-hosts. So we just started to delve into the I Ching. Now, the I Ching is in what is known as the Ancient Oracle. And I'm going to hold up this workbook that I have been using for many years. It's called the I Ching Workbook by R.L. Wing. You can find this on Amazon. I think it's like $20, 19 and change. And I also provided for you the opportunity to kind of dive right into this. So on your printout that you pulled out yesterday and you started practicing tossing coins last night, we talked about this yesterday, at the bottom of the printout there is a website, divination.com/I Ching/lookup. Okay, and there you can just hover the mouse over any one of the hexagrams and it will pull up the contemplation for that hexagram. Now, I literally just used this just the other day because I was looking at a job and I didn't know whether I was going to get the job or not, so I asked the I Ching. And as I shared with you yesterday, I usually I like to do it with a question that's very pressing. I like to do it with a question that has a lot of emotion behind it. And usually, for me, I have had incredible success that I very seldom get a changing line. It usually comes out pretty straight, right on. Okay? So, if you pull out your chart and you practice this, okay, last night. Now, I'm going to do this with you so that you can practice it a little bit. I really suggest finding your question. Hopefully something with some emotion behind it, something serious, something that you're really contemplating. And I want you to hold that question in your mind. And if you got 3 coins, 3 nickels, 3 quarters, 3 whatever works for you, and I want you to kind of hold them in your hand like this. And I want you to ask your question. And I want that question to be quick, simple, easy, not misleading. So for me, I was looking to see if I got the job long before I even applied for the job, if that makes any sense. So my question was, did I get the job? 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 And I drop it. And then I write it down. So if it was 2 heads and a tail, it was a solid line. And if it was 2 tails and a head, it was a dotted line. And again, every time. Do the breathing exercise, do whatever you need to do to get into your space. And for me, it was, did I get the job? Did I get the job? Did I get the job? And boom, I throw them down, I write it down. You do this 6 times. And what you do, as I have in the instructions, you build the trigram from the bottom up. So you're going to start at the bottom and you're going to throw the coins. And the second time, you're going to put your next line on top of that. The next time, you're going to put your line on top of that. So that builds the bottom trigram. 1, 2, 3. Next time, same question. Did I get the job? Did I get the job? Did I get the job? Okay? And for me, that particular one, I pulled out 14, or sovereignty. And I want you guys to go onto the website and just pull it up and read it. But see how that order goes. So that's the first one, the second one, the third one, the fourth one, the fifth one, the sixth one. So I did 2 heads and a tail, except for number 5. And on the 5th turn, I threw 2 tails and a head. It was not changing. Now, if you get a changing line, that is, you get 3 tails or 3 heads, as you're writing down the hexagram, as you're writing it down, and you're working your way up, you're going to put a dot after any of the ones that may have changed. So if it's 3 heads or 3 tails, so it was either solid line with a dot or a dashed line with a dot. And what you do is you actually write that hexagram down again a second time. So the first time, if I got this, and I would write down 14. The second time, if that was a changing line, that solid line would become 2 dotted lines. And then this solid line would become 2 dotted lines. So it had solid, solid, dotted line, solid, dotted line, dotted line. Changes the hexagram altogether. And again, you can look this up on the chart. Pull up the website. You'll see on the left-hand side going up, you'll see the lower trigrams, and on the right-hand side, on the top coming across, you'll see the upper trigrams. And you just kind of connect the dots where the 2 meet. That's the number. You look up that number, and that number is the contemplation. For me, it has been extremely accurate, extremely comforting. If nothing else, extremely comforting, because sometimes, man, life throws crazy stuff at you, right? I mean, we're in some pretty crazy times right now. And it's hard to sometimes to keep yourself centered and keep yourself calm. So if you have a very pressing question, whether you got to pull the plug on somebody or put somebody in the hospital or in the nursing home, or I prefer to get help with things that I'm really wrestling with. Like I said, I'm not going to use it to choose chocolate or vanilla ice cream. I can choose that really easy. I don't need the I Ching to understand that. However, sometimes there are things that really weigh us down, really bug us. And this can be a really calming influence to help us understand. Now, the cool thing is, the answer is there. The answer is right here. It's always right here. And this is a way, because you are actually influencing these little guys. And that's why I told you I choose solid copper, because I know that copper is an incredible conductor of electricity. And when I'm holding these in my hands, and when I'm asking the question, I'm loading that with that energy. Sounds like a bunch of crazy poop. I understand, I get it, right? I mean, it just sounds nuts. However, if you practice this, I do believe you're going to get quite a bit out of it. I really do. So, homework for today is to actually do some readings, ask some questions, do some contemplations. I'm going to come back and just kind of recap this a little bit, and then we're going to move right on, because we got a lot of stuff to get to. So, what is today? Today's day 20, all right? We got a lot of stuff to get to, guys, in the next 10 days. So stick with me. My pleasure. I'll see you tomorrow, day 21.